One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Reading a text here, because, our show's on different places, different times. You can also listen to the podcast of the show, so you're hearing stuff randomly. But here's a text. It says, John J. and Rich, I can't be the only one who sang along. Remember when I was like, Domas, ooh. There he goes. Also, Seppi and Peyton is showing her age. Confused Maury with Jerry.
I know. But they're kind of like the same to me.
Hey, by the way, did you see I was right? Jerry Springer, number one.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I'm really excited to get into that. I'm getting into it today after work.
I watched it this morning.
The whole thing?
Good?
It's crazy, huh?
It's pretty crazy.
It is like
just to think that any of that was on TV.
I know.
The way it was.
The horse thing?
Creepy.
Beyond.
The murder?
Creepy.
Beyond.
Yeah. Have you seen it? You haven't seen any of it?
Yeah, I started watching it last night.
Okay.
I'm about halfway through the first episode, and it is very compelling.
The producers, how evil they were and what they made people do.
But knowingly, it was literally just all about the ratings.
Speaking of ratings, by the way, and getting likes on social media, I posted the picture of my skin suit on John J. Van Ness on Instagram. It's mortifying, so it's posted right now. So you go to John J. Van Ness, you can see. I think the picture is me and my loose skin, is what you're saying. You judge for yourself. Go to John J. Van Ness on Instagram. Jenna is in the studio. Jenna's our, what do you call it? Social media director? Is that what you are, Jenna?
Digital producer, whatever.
Digital producer? Okay,
yeah.
okay. But then we kind of get a peek into her life every once in a while, and there's a couple things that are going on with her that I felt we should get into. First, let's get into your new 5 celebrity crushes. You said you have over the break. You got lots of crushes.
Oh yes. Well, it's just the more I watched a lot of TV over break, and it's just you find crushes in every TV show.
Yeah.
Anything that you watch. It started with the Sabrina Carpenter special. I think his name's Nico, but it was the guy that did there was the 3 girls, and he was the player or whatever. I was like, all right, add him to the list, boyfriend.
Oh, the game Saturday Night Live.
No, he was on.
You're thinking of Domingo.
Oh,
yeah,
Domingo,
but
okay.
Marcelo Hernandez is also on the list.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He is.
I like him.
He is always on the list. I'm trying to think who else. There's just always crushes.
Okay.
It's just it just grows every day.
Well, then tell us about the text you got from it was from your ex?
It was a TikTok DM.
Okay.
Yes, but so I was minding my business, and then I get this TikTok DM from a user that I am not familiar with, a weird name, and I was like, what? And it was just a video, no context. And so I go and I look at it, and I'm like, I've never communicated with this person before on TikTok. I click on the profile. It's my ex-boyfriend, who I haven't spoken to in a very long time. And it was a weird video of a podcast clip talking about some weird stuff. And it was just no context. And I was like, what? It made no sense. And it was a Tim Dillon video. And
he's a stand-up comic, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just no context. And I was trying to understand what it could possibly mean because the video made no sense. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ignore it. This is respectfully, I wish him the very best, but I don't think this is the energy that I'm claiming in 2025.
Why did you guys break up?
It was 2019, but we were just on different paths at the time,
So
early
did
college.
6 years later, still thinking about you.
I'm and I was like, this is so weird. And on New Year's Eve, I did the whole eating the grapes under the table and all the things to try to manifest love and bring it in the new year. And literally, this is the day after, and I was like, no,
That's not the love I want.
Right? Exactly.
Question. How does eating grapes under the table manifest love?
Well, apparently,
No, that's a whole New Year's tradition.
thing, yeah.
So what happened?
So he sends it to me, and I'm like, I'm not going to respond. And then I swear, TikTok sets you up to to put you in bad situations because it'll tell you oh, you viewed someone's profile or whatever. I accidentally clicked on this thing. I didn't even know it was possible in a DM, but you can send someone a fortune cookie. So I sent him a fortune cookie back to this DM, and it says, your luck is brewing. Grab a cup and enjoy the ride.
So So he gets that from you.
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God, like this is literally so bad. So I respond, I'm like, the fortune cookie was an accident, LOL, but true. Like, I didn't know what to
What are
say.
you doing? You keep on stepping in it further.
I know. And so then he responds and he was like, haha, oh geez, the Tim Dillon video was an accident, but true. Ha ha ha. And I was like, that's it. We're going to just leave it there.
How awkward.
It's so awkward. I'm even like getting red thinking of how awkward it was because it was just like, God, like none of that needed to happen. None of it.
So what was the message of the Tim Dillon? I mean, what is there a vibe?
Do you want to listen to it?
Well, no. What if it's dirty? I don't know if it has any F
It
words.
wasn't. It was like one of those weird. It was like a mocking video of it, but it's just talking about.
Is that we're Americans. You know, we're deeply selfish monsters that have been bred to destroy all life on Earth.
He's trying to get in your pants. That doesn't turn anybody on. What the hell?
Weird.
That's why I kept watching it. I'm like, what? Like, is there a message that I'm not understanding?
Right.
Was there something in there possibly that could have reminded him of your relationship?
I hope
mean, hearing
not.
that, I don't think so.
Because
But
it's quite a task to DM someone on TikTok.
That's what I was going to say. Like, you can't do that on accident. He had to have found your profile.
You
do
can
that
do
on
it on accident because I have multiple times. Not to him, but
It's
I've
probably the new version of the text, where I can meet at 12, but no earlier. It's probably like the new version of that.
Right,
To DM somebody, instead of an accidental text.
Right.
I didn't mean to send you an Instagram.
Oh, you think it was on purpose?
I think it had to be because it's hard to do.
I think it has to be on purpose too, because it's like I've accidentally sent TikToks, but to people that I've communicated with before,
Right.
Not someone who I've never talked to, never seen their profile. Like, that's weird.
No, and it was because I was like, that's why I was so taken back by it. I'm like, who is this? I've never communicated with this person on TikTok, apparently.
He was probably on your TikTok. And
Yeah.
He probably sent it by
Checking
mistake.
in.
Yeah.
But, it was, but what about you said somebody got on your DMs another person or something? Or is it the same person?
I think it was just that.
Oh, I thought you said a boy. I thought you said a boy reached out to me.
A boy did? I can't remember now.
She's
I'm
like, that boy.
I'm like, that was the one that really caught me off guard.
A boy slid in my DMs and said we should get dinner.
Oh, yeah. That
Oh
was
my God. How do you forget that?
because I tried to forget respectfully. No, when I worked at the golf course, okay, I met some caddies. I hope he's not. I don't know why he'd be listening, but
Because we're the number one radio show in the country?
obviously.
How about that? Because we have compelling content?
Right, sorry. That's
Because
what
we
I
play
meant.
the hits?
I was nervous.
There's 3 reasons right there.
Because we're number one in his demographic?
No, you're so right.
like, nah.
Because of our social media and our marketing campaign and all the talent on the air we have here?
All those things. Hopefully, maybe he just doesn't listen today. But he was a caddy and he was very nice. But you know what it was when I reposted the video that you had tagged us in. He's slid up on that.
I don't know what video I tagged you in.
It was like you talking about the team and how you
Oh,
you
yeah.
keep doing this.
How
for 10
happy I am
years.
with everybody, but who knows? Why would I be happy with everybody here, according to Jenna? But yeah.
Right, who's listening to the show? No.
Why not
But
go out to dinner then? What's the prop?
I just, I think
Wait,
he's a
I
nice
posted
guy.
it. I tagged you, and he saw that?
I reposted it, and so then he slid up on my story of
Okay.
that and was like, "Hey, I'd really like to take you out to dinner in the new year." And I was like,
Just
Sorry.
do it. Do it for
That's
the
him
free
shooting a
dinner and the
shot.
plot.
"Well, but then I just don't want to
Did you hear Peyton? She's got the right answer.
No, and I love that.
Okay, but you guys missed something. Jenna said he's a nice guy. AKA, I'm not attracted to him in that way. I don't want to waste his time or mine.
I
But he's a
see.
caddy. Do you know how many steps he must get a day?
At least 10,000. At least. No, Kyle, you hit it exactly. That's what it is. And I didn't say it, but what you said.
It's the truth. It's like that's the nice way
and
of
it's hard
saying
to
it.
go
It's
on
not.
a date and hold a conversation with someone on a date if you're not into him. Like
Right.
that.
And then just the golf world out there, it's very intertwined, and one caddy knows another caddy, and it's just then knowing my luck, I'd be working out there one day, and then he'd be there, and I
Be awkward.
just would like to avoid it if I can. But so yes,
sense.
so we're manifesting love, but respectfully, it hasn't shown up in the right ways yet. But we're patient.
Lulu, what happened?
So one time I was showing my coworker that Kim K video where she's like, get your butt up and work. It seems like no one wants to work these days.
iconic.
And yes. And then I accidentally DM'd that to a friend I haven't talked to in years. And I didn't realize it. So I went home and a couple hours later, she responded to me and she's a stay-at-home mom.
Oh,
And
It was personal.
Deeply offensive.
And yes. And she was like, unlike her, I actually like my child, and I want to stay at home. I want to stay at home.
She came with all the receipts.
Yes.
Oh,
And I
Lulu.
felt so bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. I accidentally sent that to you. Like, I was a coworker of the video, and it was just so awkward.
Oh, my
She's
God.
like, yeah, sure.
So it is easy to DM a TikTok then. I guess it is.
One time, I accidentally sent this guy was reposting some interesting TikToks, and I accidentally sent the TikTok that he reposted to him.
Oh, I remember that day.
I get that on Instagram a lot. I think people will send me my own stuff
Right.
sometimes.
And I was
and
like,
I'm
oh, sorry. Not that I was trying to send this to someone else.
Lulu, thanks for calling in. Thank you for listening, Lulu.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
Of course. Thank you, guys.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs!
Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit SCEducationLottery.com.